too real right now. Big lady, you gon' hurt your back.
Hey guys, so today I'm going to be talking to you all about my eyebrows. I'm going to touch a little bit on how I maintain them, and then I'm going to show you how I fill them in depending on what kind of look I'm trying to do. Let's get right into it. I have been doing my own eyebrows since I was in high school when really thin eyebrows was a thing. So they have not always been cute, but for the most part I have done them myself. There have been times where I've gotten them waxed and I just never liked how it looked. One time they took off part of my arch and I had been growing it in, so I was really annoyed with that. They just took off too much hair in general. So again, too thin when I actually wanted them thicker. And one time, I think the wax was too hot or something, and so when they pulled the strips off, they actually took off part of my skin here. So it was all scabbed up and it looked like I had 4 eyebrows. I personally just like to keep up with them myself. I actually just cleaned my eyebrows up yesterday using just a pair of tweezers here and some scissors. I plucked the stray hairs that are underneath, got rid of any unibrow action I might have going on, and cleaned up around the arch on top. I don't actually pluck a lot of the hairs off top because that's where it's thinner for me anyways. As far as trimming them, I used these scissors here, and what I'll do is I'll brush the hair up right at the front and then cut right across. And my hair also grows downwards, so anything that was hanging down I trimmed right by the arch area. I don't brush everything up and then cut across how some people do, because for me that would make my eyebrows look way too sparse. That is it as far as maintenance. I try to just go with the natural shape and not get tweezer happy because I have to still tell myself eyebrows are sisters, not twins. Let's get to filling them in. On this eyebrow, I am going to show how I would do it just on a day-to-day basis, and on this one I'll do it how I would do if I'm doing,
Oh my god, do.
I'll show you how I do it when I'm doing a full face of makeup. So on some days I will literally just throw on some brow gel and that's it. If I want to do a little bit something more, I'll start out with a pencil. So what I have here is the Maybelline Brow Drama in deep brown. Not my favorite because I do not like the brush. I feel like it gets messy. I also have the Maybelline Brow Precise Micro Crayon. It's just a dark brown as well. It's got a spoolie on one end and twist up pencil on the other. And it works fine. So not my favorite products, but they'll do. They get the job done. I'm gonna start by brushing all of the hair up and over. I always like to start on the bottom part of my arch, and then I'll kind of make an outline. I'll do the top, fill it in with soft, light strokes going in the direction of the hair, and then I will work my way towards the center. So I always have it darker, a little bit more on the bottom and more defined on the arch and the tail. And as I'm getting closer to the front, I'm using an even lighter hand, and you'll see I use upward strokes to make it look a little bit more natural and just a very soft hand. And to soften everything up, I will take the spoolie end again and I will run that through, and that kind of just breaks up all of those harsh lines.
position, then I'll go back in with the pencil.
And I don't normally outline my eyebrow in concealer and really carve it out, especially not on a day-to-day basis. But because I usually do my eyebrows like this close to the mirror, I feel like it got a little bit messy, so I'm gonna just touch that up. The important thing is that you just want to make sure it's really blended if you do use any concealer to carve or touch up anyways. So after that, I go in with the brow gel. This is why I don't like it. It's rounded and large on the end and then skinny, and so I feel like that can get a little messy. So I use the rounded end, just brush up, and I'll use that skinny part just to try and catch the tail hairs. And that's it for that eyebrow. So let's get on to the next one. On this eyebrow, I'm going to be using the Anastasia Beverly Hills Dip Brow Pomade. Mine is in chocolate. And I'm using an angled liner brush from Sephora. Just like I did on this eyebrow, I'm going to start with the bottom of my arch, then kind of do the top. Then I fill in the gaps using light strokes going in the direction that the hair is growing. As I move closer to the front, I'm using a lighter hand, and I don't go back in and pick up more product because I want this front part to be a little bit lighter. I don't personally like that super ombre effect, but I do want this front part lighter. That is it, guys, on how I maintain and fill in my eyebrows. This side, even though it's covered, in my opinion is a lot cleaner and more on fleek than this one, but this will do just fine for my day-to-day look. I hope you guys enjoy this video and learn something. Please don't forget to thumbs up and subscribe.